Hello everyone, Orylen here, and it's time for an update for all of you. Especially the ones who are new, because, well, for the last little while we passed by 200 subscribers now? So thank you for that, that's pretty awesome. The main reason for this update video is strictly because of something new that is going to be changing for a part of this channel. Recently, Conker's Bad Fur Day just ended, and that was my most recent request LP that I've done. And for those who are new, yes, I do take requests, and that is one that you can actually watch. It was a little bit more low-key than I usually do, but it was great fun for me and the friend I brought along with, who was requested actually by the person who requested the game himself. But at the end of the last Conker's Bad Fur Day video, I actually put up a disclaimer that all of you may not have seen, which is why I'm putting in this update video now. The request for Conker's Bad Fur Day was actually very specific, and I'm glad I was able to actually give the request as best as I could to that person. But unfortunately, I have to make some information clear for future requests, seeing as how things have changed. For instance, if you want to request a game for me, you can simply just shoot me a message anywhere. You can shoot me a message on Facebook, Twitter, the YouTube inbox messaging, or even down in the comments. I'm fine with that, as long as you're concise and to the point. But one thing that has to be made clear is that most likely requests are going to be done with just me, and not with another person alongside me. The reason for that is because I have recently moved, meaning that I'm kind of in a bad position to get with other people all together in like the same room in order to do something like this. So it's going to be pretty much impossible for me to get another person in to do a game, especially blind. And that was another thing in the request, that I bring another person in and also play the game blind. It worked out great, but I know that it's not going to pretty much strike lightning twice. So if you're going to request a game to me, that is great. You can request any game to me. However, I'm going to have to take some reservations on what games I'm actually going to be accepting. I do reserve the right to refuse a request that is given to me, simply because of reasons such as I don't have the game, or it's not up my alley. I will give you a reason for why I don't want to do it, and hopefully the decision is respected. So if you're going to request a game to me, just letting you know it's most likely just going to be me, and it's most likely not going to be blind. The problem with doing blind LPs for me is that I'm not able to keep the conversation going with just myself in the room, unless I have some sort of commentary and some information to go on. When I'm doing things blind, I'm not really adding any commentary that's really great, unless there's someone in the room with me, so I'm able to bounce off of them. Seeing as I'm not able to really have anybody else in the room with me for request LPs to do blind, most likely I'm going to go through the game at least once, just to get some sort of grounding of what the game is and how it works. So yes, please don't hesitate in order to request a game for me to play. I love getting requests from you guys, and sometimes people request games to me that I'm actually already going to be doing in the long run. They're on my personal shortlist, and it's quite astounding how well you're able to guess, based on the games I've already done, what games I'm going to be doing in the future. It's great and also creepy at the same time, but it's a good kind of creepy. So that is what is going down with requests. Now, if you're new here, you might be looking at what is going on here. I just play different games that I really enjoy, and hopefully do the best that I can in order to show them off in their entirety. Currently, I'm doing Legacy of Time, Journeyman Project 3, and currently I think it's actually going incredibly well. And this is to the rest of the audience who's already watching it while it's going on. Thank you so much for watching, and also to everybody, and especially those who are really enjoying what you're seeing here. I'm glad that people are really enjoying the work that is being put into here, especially for the side history series that's going on with the Legacy of Time series. And a huge thank you to the people over at the Journeyman Project Facebook and Twitter for also sharing a good majority of the history series segments that are already up so far. That is incredible to me. And I'm going to be saying this more often, especially once the series reaches its end. Huge thank you to you. This is just, like, in the beginning. I'm glad all of you are enjoying the history segments that go alongside each of the videos, and I hope that you'll continue watching. Currently, the El Dorado branch is actually done at this point, just have to fix everything up and they'll be ready for upload every Monday, which is what the schedule is going to be like at this moment. For those of you who don't know, I usually update 2 times a week, Monday and Friday. But because of the scale and work that goes into each Legacy of Time update, that has been scaled back to once a week. So Mondays you'll usually see a Legacy of Time update. If I'm doing a game that requires a lot less maintenance and a lot less work, then most likely you will see updates 2 times a week, usually Mondays and Fridays. So look forward to those once they come around. In addition to the thank yous for Legacy of Time, I actually want to give a thank you right now to someone who has actually been apparently watching my Buried in Time Journeyman Project 2 LP over and over and over for months at a time, and actually helping me out with proofreading my subtitles and giving me suggestions. I'm only, unfortunately, going to be actually thanking the main person who has actually given me the most, but there's also a couple of you out there who have also given me 1 or 2 suggestions for changing, and thank you to you as well. But the big person to give thanks to is actually Machiner6. Thank you for proofreading! I knew that these subtitles were not going to be great, especially because I was working from scratch. And because of the balance between the ambient noise and the voice volume wasn't that great in that game, I was aiming towards 90 to 95% being correct in terms of the subtitles, and although errors are appearing, at least somebody is pointing them out to me so I can change them promptly. So thank you, everybody who is doing that. I'm certainly a person who listens to people who suggest things or things need to be changed, or people who have come with questions for me depending on what I have around on my channel. If you have a question for me, I will get back to you as soon as I can, and not with just like a really cruddy answer. I'll try to give you as much constructive help as I can, depending on how much help I'm actually able to give you. But I'll give you something in order to continue on, even if I'm not that much help to you. But I always will be able to get back to you quick. I try and at least do that. I am certainly a person who enjoys attention to detail so much that I will always help out whenever I can, and especially that attention to detail definitely goes into the projects that I do. So those of you who are new to this channel, I hope you enjoy what you see here, and I hope you stick around for what comes after the current project is going. For those of you who are interested in what's going to be happening in the future, I'll give you a few bits of information right now. Legacy of Time right now definitely takes a huge amount of work for me to do. It takes me like hours, so many hours in order to actually get everything ready and good and proofread, especially for me, because I want to make sure that my success rate with the subtitles are even better than they were with Buried. So that takes up a lot of the time, which means that I'm not able to update as much as possible. So definitely with my next LP, I'm definitely planning on doing something much lighter than this. Because if I did heavy LP after heavy LP, I would easily get burned out. So the next one is going to be a lot lighter, a lot less maintenance, and it's just going to be a far more relaxing for me and hopefully for you as well. Something you can just simply enjoy. So that's what's going on. It also relates to one of the games that I played a while ago, so maybe you're able to figure it out. Some of you certainly are able to. Another thing to bring back up is actually the With Friends series. This was a series I actually started back in, the new year of 2013. It was a series that involved me getting a bunch of people together and all play just some video game all together. We played stuff like VVVVVV, Phantasmagoria, Alice Madness Returns, a little bit of Bomberman, just a bunch of stuff, and we all had such a good time with that. Now, a long time ago, I actually stopped updating the With Friends videos. That wasn't to say that I ran out of With Friends videos, but it definitely had to do with the fact that I wanted to keep some sort of backlog, and also Conker's Bad Fur Day was starting up. So that kind of filled in the area of the With Friends category in my head. So now that with it done, I plan on actually starting to upload some of those old videos back up onto the channel, because there's still a lot of videos that I have just sitting around that are waiting to get uploaded. Some of them even full LPs. Technically 2.5, maybe, of games that are actually fully done. One of them still needs to be fixed up, though, and it's going to just be me, unfortunately, because recording back then was terrible for like a month for some reason, so I have to figure that out. And I'm hesitant on uploading the half LP, because I know it'll never be finished. I want to know what you think, because actually the LP that I'm talking about is actually an inside joke that we have made mention to in other With Friends videos and Conker's Bad Fur Day numerous times. So I kind of want to just kind of show that off. It was a great run, I will say that. I'm hoping to start that back up actually in October, fully. Because October, I want to get one of those full LPs starting to go. Because hopefully it's going to be done by then, because I have to still fix it up. And it's definitely going to fit the mood of the month, because it's scary. Scary, but certainly enjoyable. So look forward to that if you're interested in that area. There's certainly a lot less maintenance and a lot less professional than what I usually do by myself. You can probably just compare them to Legacy of Time, and you'll see that, wow, this is completely different. This is the other end of the spectrum in terms of Legacy. So there's that. Legacy is going to keep on trucking for now. It'll be done in pretty soon, actually. With El Dorado almost done and ready to upload, the only time zone left is actually Shangri-La, and that's going to be maybe another 3-4 episodes, and then the finale. And then all the extra bits, of course. There's a lot of extra bits. Shh. So I hope you look forward to what is going to happen in this channel soon, and also a couple months from now. If you ever want to get in touch with me, or if you ever want to know just little snippets of what is going on in terms of the videos, or just other things that kind of show up that are interesting to me, I also have a Facebook page and a Twitter that you can follow if you really want to. They'll be down in the description below. I'm really terrible at using them, just so you know, especially Facebook. Twitter I'm a little bit better because I'm able to just kind of spit something out in my head, and it's just a lot more efficient that way. But I'm planning on getting a little bit better at it, slowly but surely. So you can follow that if you wish, but until then, I'll see you next time, everyone, as we continue on with this wonderful channel, and thank you everybody for watching. Take care, everyone.